Hey, I'm Julie with the Kraft Kitchens. If you're looking for a recipe for this holiday season for your festive party making, you're going to want to check out this recipe today. We've got a drummer boy cake. It looks absolutely amazing and it tastes even better. It's got a frosting that features Baker's semi-sweet chocolate squares, and it is really easy. The first thing we're going to do is simply take this frozen Cool Whip with topping, and I'm going to take 1/3 of this container and just place it into this bowl. This is going to go back into the freezer to be used later for our frosting, and this is going to thaw in the fridge for the filling. As you can see here, I've prepared a chocolate cake mix according to the directions on the box, and to this I'm going to add some JELL-O instant pudding chocolate flavor. And as you know, adding pudding to your cake mix is the magical ingredient to making your cakes moist and delicious. All right, nice and blended. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this cake mix into 2 9-inch rounds. Both of these pans are going to go into a 350-degree preheated oven to bake. So while our cake is baking, I'm going to work on a simple powdered sugar frosting, which is of course powdered sugar, and a little bit of milk, and just mix this together. And I'm going to use this frosting to frost these adorable little NILLA Wafers. And these are going to be some of the decorations for the drummer boy cake. You'll see later, but it's going to kind of look like little buttons around the drum. Now let's work on our chocolate frosting. This chocolate frosting is so easy. I'm going to use the Cool Whip with topping that I placed back in the freezer before. This is about 2/3 of a container, frozen. And to this I'm going to add some Baker's semi-sweet squares, which I've chopped into chunks. This is going to go into the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and you're just going to give it a stir after 1 minute. After that, you let it cool for 15 minutes. You know, this is my favorite part of the recipe because it has Philadelphia cream cheese. Philly just makes every dessert so delicious and creamy. And then add some powdered sugar and just whisk this together until it's nice and smooth. And now, check this out. I'm going to add some chopped maraschino cherries. We've got some chocolate cake, we've got chocolate icing, and what goes better with chocolate than maraschino cherries. And now I'm going to take that Cool Whip that I had put into the refrigerator before to thaw, and I'm simply going to fold that in. All right, so now it's time to start assembling our drummer boy cake. I've cooled my cakes for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to take the first of our rounds, and then on goes our filling. And just spread this nicely. It should be around about 1 inch thick. Now remember, we're working towards making a drum here. So instead of putting on your top layer, as you might usually like this, you're going to flip it over and place it like this because you want to have a nice flat top for your drum. And then just take a run around with your spatula to smooth out the sides. So now let's go back to our chocolate frosting. Now this is cooled thoroughly, and I'm just going to put it on top. I love to use Baker's chocolate in my desserts. They always turn out just perfectly. Look how shiny and beautiful this ganache is. And don't forget your sides. Look how cute that is. I just used some red licorice and the NILLA Wafers that I decorated earlier with the frosting. And now for the last finishing touch, just grab some marshmallows and some pretzel rods. You can guess what these are, right? Right? Drumsticks. This cake is great for holiday entertaining, a showstopper dessert. Add some fun to an already festive season with this gorgeous drummer boy cake. For more show-stopping sweets, search keyword dessert on craftfoods.com.